I already did a whole video about Fantasia and the re-proposal that her husband Kendall did while she was on stage in Houston. And it went viral. It had us crying. And then not 24 hours later, Fantasia's daddy came to the internet. Shout out to the North Carolina Beat for getting Fantasia's daddy on the line. And Fantasia's daddy told all the business, said that it was a scheme set up by Kendall to come to us with the bullshit. He had us going back and looking at the ring. The dang ring was too big. Fantasia falling on the floor and him getting off his knee and standing up. Like, it was like he had us dissecting it. Okay, he had us dissecting the damn footage. And before, when we looked at it first glance, it was, oh my heart. Oh my heart, it's so beautiful. But then after Fantasia's daddy put that bug in our ear, now we gotta be messy. You said the daddy a hater. Right. It had you shaking your head. All of it. It's like, oh my God. First of all, he a hater. I don't know if he a hater or if, I don't know. I kind of feel his passion. But at the same time, I want to believe in love. I said, y'all saw the video. I was like, get up, Fantasia. God dang it. Get up, child. Because at the end of the day, you got to be able to stand on your own 2 feet with these men now. I understand we love them and we want to cherish them and we want them to be our kings. But at the same time, we can't lay everything at their feet. And then when they ready to go, they take everything with them. So it's just, I don't know. Is he a caring father who sees himself in Fantasia's husband? Or is he mad and jealous that he not getting the benefits that Fantasia's husband is getting by managing all of her funds? I don't know. What y'all saying? You said, where did her dad come from? They said he always been there. They said he in North Carolina. He's supposed to be a pastor or something. You said you believe the dad. Okay, you believe the dad. Well, let's go down the rabbit hole, child. Let me go to the neighborhood talk. The neighborhood talk got the collection. They got the responses. They got the daddy's response. Everybody's, and then today the daddy then responded again. I can't keep up. I need to stay offline about 24 hours and let everybody say everything so we can have it all in one place. So to refresh your memory, Fantasia's husband re-proposed to her on Valentine's Day. And here is the re-proposal. And we just gonna watch this, because we ain't got nothing but time. We don't have nothing but time. Y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer on section 107 of the Copyright Act. So here is Fantasia and Kendall on stage in Houston. Kendall with his white suit on and his high booty. Ain't nothing wrong with that. He probably do a lot of squats, okay? He came out on stage, said he had a message for his wife.
I gotta make something right. Hey, Houston. Hey, can this give me a moment? For 11 years, for many anniversaries, many birthdays. I gotta be quick. And many Valentines, I share my energy with you. So these are grace and share my life back with you. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. So good in our lives. We fall through so much. We pray through so much. We fast through so much. But I hear moments that I want you. I gotta make something right. And all the beauty that we experienced over the years, we got a blind spot. 2014, we sat and had a conversation after 3 weeks of knowing each other. And we said, what if we get married? And we did it. And we really did it. Listen, listen, the truth. But the one thing that's innocent in our life is what's going to lie. We did it. But I didn't properly propose. For 11 years, you woke up every morning and you chose me.
You chose me.
For 11 years, you went to critical mother to hot chips. For 11 years, you fasted and prayed. So I'm gonna give you a hearing for every year. One thing,
You don't need that little thing no more. Give me here. Give me that ring right there. Give me that one. All right. I'll take that. Give me here. Give me here. Love you. All right. So, yeah, a lot of things have came out since this video. You know, the father spoke his mind. The father basically said, look here. That was all a stunt in the show. There's money missing, yada, 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 yada. We talked about that yesterday, and I ain't gonna just, play the whole father thing because we talked about it. But then Fantasia came forward after the father and said something, child. The Fantasia came forward and said, look here, I was not gonna do this. This has gotten out of hand. Joseph Barrino, I can't even call you dad or father. You are a donor. We are covered for you. We have covered for you long enough. My mom and me have made you look like you were okay. Man, but now you have come for my king. Exclamation point, exclamation point. Tonight I will go live, and behind me will stand all who know you. How can someone steal if I, Fantasia Taylor, is the CEO and my king, Kendall Taylor, is the president of all our companies? Tonight I shall help you finish the war you started. Not the war you started. Now, I skipped over the fathers, but we did go over it. But the father basically said that, she married him fresh out of prison. They met 3 weeks and then they was married. He said that Kendall had been stealing money from Fantasia. Okay. And now this, I don't know. I feel like, she could have kept this, but she did delete it. But posting her father's mugshot is like a criminal, no, a criminal. A criminal, no, a criminal. I'm just saying he might have saw himself in that. Okay. And I took my glasses off because they fogging me now. Anyway. Now, I had to do some digging. I had to look around and I was like, well, what had happened with Fantasia? I had to go into the archives and find some stuff. And back then when Fantasia met him, everybody was looking sideways. And even the blogs was like, Fantasia is headed for another heartbreak. She has finally moved on from the married baby daddy. Y'all remember that? Because the married baby daddy's wife had sued Fantasia and said she moved on a little too quickly with a sexy convicted felon. Child, not the convicted felon. Not the convicted felon. And I mean, it's been 11 years. It's been 11 years. They've been together. He ain't been back to jail since. But some things have happened in them 11 years that had us looking crazy. Now, a lot of people are like, well, what was he locked up for? Like, what was this? He looked like, he light bright, he light skinned, he cute. He don't look like he could have did too much. Okay. What did he do that got him locked up? But apparently, for those who don't know, okay, back when this started back, this is a career criminal now. Back when he was 16 years old in 1996, he was convicted and placed on probation for possessing a weapon on school campus. That was in 1996 when he was 16. Okay, that's according to the North Carolina Department of Public Safety. Now, 4 years later, y'all know I love receipts. 4 years later, he was arrested for assaulting a female, not once but twice. Okay, and he was again convicted and sentenced to probation. So he was 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So when he was 20, he was convicted of assaulting a female, okay, twice. In 2003, I don't know how old he was then. How old was he in 2003? 98, 99, 2001, 2, 3. That's 5 years. Okay, that's 21. He was convicted of possession of a firearm by a felon, because he was a felon, because I guess for all that other stuff he was doing. And then in 2007, he was convicted of a Schedule 4 drug possession. I don't know what a Schedule 4 drug possession is, but he was convicted, and that is why he spent time in prison. Now, Kendall had already said that, he had a past. Okay, he's been mentoring young boys. He has a program in Charlotte. I guess he still has the program, but in his bio, he even says through his teen years, he has been he began associating with what was considered as the wrong crowd. His bio on the organization's website states, Kendall began experimenting with sex, drugs, and alcohol at the age of 15. And at the age of 15, he became a father. Lacking maturity and strong male guidance, Kendall began walking deeper into dark places that robbed him of his education, his childhood, and ultimately his freedom. He was arrested and incarcerated in a facility hundreds of miles away from home. In prison, he turned his life around with the help of religion. Okay, so there's that. I don't. Everybody kept questioning his background, but that is his background. He's clearly, I guess he's changed. I don't know. The father said he hasn't, but then Fantasia posted the father's mugshot and got everybody questioning what is going on. Now, the father's mugshot. Hold on. Like this video, please. Thank you. As you know, when Fantasia posted the father's mugshot, it was from something that happened last year, the year before last, 11/13/24. He was arrested. Let me see what he was arrested for, child. He was arrested for he's 62. He was arrested for domestic violence. Okay. So I don't know why she felt, or they felt the need to show this. And a lot of people are speculating that Fantasia didn't even write this. No shade to Fantasia, but can she write? Does she write like this? Have we seen Fantasia's writing? Because they said Fantasia was, couldn't read at some point. I know she learned to read. I know she went and did all these things, got, honorary degrees and stuff. But at the end of the day, they said that Fantasia didn't even write that. So people are speculating that the husband may have wrote that. I don't know. But Fantasia said she was going live. Has Fantasia went live, or did the husband go live? Because we saw the husband then went live. So was Fantasia telling us that the husband was going to go live? Because then the husband has responded to the dad. And here go what the husband has said. Hold on. Like this video, please, and thank you. Like this video. Now it says Fantasia's husband, Kendall Taylor, shuts down her dad's claim he was stealing and reveals he asked her for a prenuptial agreement. Said, I needed to make sure her family knew I had no intention of coming after what she had established before me. Hold on, listen.
My wife, I was running my own multi-million-dollar company, period. That means her success, her career didn't build me, didn't shape me. That's because I went to Sunoco Leadership Academy, BMW Black Belt Training, Tuck School of Business, Small Business Accelerator, CMEDI Business Initiative, and had a lot of success and a lot of recognition. I'm grateful for those things because I am a justice impacted individual, and I had to overcome tremendous adversity and circumstances in order to break a lot of criminogenic mindsets and trauma and behavior that was keeping me at living at a lower level than what I was capable of. And I experienced incredible success. However, I wasn't giving them breadcrumbs so that they could navigate, okay? Then I met my wife. I hope she don't get upset with this, but I'm gonna speak the truth. I asked for the prenup. A prenup wasn't put on me. I asked for it because I had business partners that I needed to protect, and I needed to make sure her family knew that I had no intentions on coming after anything that she had established before she met me. I wanted to create a runway where we could just experience love with each other and figure out what this natural feeling was that we were exploring, that was just exploding in both of us, that provoked us to get married after 3 weeks. You dig? After that time, chaos broke out. The gentleman who was taking the initiative to use her and my platform, because he does not have one, to demonstrate things that are beyond false and fictitious, giving them breadcrumbs so that they could navigate, okay? Fictitious, it's beyond that. Didn't show up to the wedding, didn't want to speak with me, get to know me. Fictitious, it's beyond that.
Oh, what happened? Okay, so that's a clip of what Fantasia's husband had to say. I'm sure the full live is on his Instagram. Now, shout out to Gerald over there at North Carolina Beat, honey, because Gerald and got Fantasia's daddy on the line, honey. Gerald at the North Carolina Beat. Hold on, got Fantasia daddy on the line. Now Fantasia daddy then responded again. So hold on. We're gonna find it. Hold on, I gotta find it. I gotta find it. Like this video, please, and thank you. I'm gonna give y'all a minute to like this video. How many of y'all in here? Go ahead and click that like before we continue this tea, and then we're gonna dive into the other tea too about the starter house. Okay, y'all got a minute. Thank y'all for patiently waiting. We have the baddest blogger, aka Gerald from the North Carolina Beat. He posted today a lengthy interview with Fantasia's father. Now, copyright disclaimer on the section. I was still talking. Didn't even know I clicked it. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act. Allowance is made for fair use. Okay, I'm going to share a little bit of it, but I want y'all to go over there to Gerald's page, and I will also link it in this video after this video. But hold on, we're going to share a little bit of it. That's his page right here. He is on YouTube, the baddest blogger. Okay, so Joseph over here, Fantasia daddy, went and talked to the baddest blogger over there in North Carolina, and he had a lot to say. He talked about the relationship. He said that Fantasia blocked him for years, and even though he helped develop her career, he described a mysterious phone call. Oh, look, I'm reading the summary, honey. A mysterious phone call from Fantasia he received in California during American Idol, after which she became totally different and asked him to leave. He attributes this estrangement to spiritual wickedness. Okay. He also talked about, his lawsuit. I know y'all keep saying that, he sued Fantasia for writing about him in her book, and he said that she, said some inaccuracies. So Joseph Fantasia's dad clarified the lawsuit, explaining that he sued the publisher of Fantasia's book because it can contain false information about his parents, which he claims was written by Fantasia's grandmother without Fantasia proofreading. Now, he won the case, but dropped it when the publisher threatened to sue Fantasia. So he gave us a little tea about that. So all y'all who's saying that he was trying to get Fantasia's money, he sued the publisher. Okay. He was, just making sure. Okay. And now he also says that Fantasia's control and Kendall's influence. He said he believes that Fantasia only surrounds herself with yes people and that Kendall has manipulated her. He also claimed that Fantasia was the one who proposed to Kendall. Hold on, let me read that. Now, y'all said this too in the comments because y'all was saying that Fantasia had bought her own ring and had put like all of this stuff on a vision board, and that when she found Kendall, that was her ring. And so when he took the ring during the proposal, everybody was pinpointing, was like, is that the ring that Fantasia had bought herself? So I don't know, but let's listen to what he said.
He developed a lot of leeches in her camp to speak against me that don't even know me.
Yeah. Wow.
Because one thing about Fantasia, I do know this. As my daughter, I love her. I love you dearly, baby. If you see this, the only thing you want around your camp is yes people. Anybody that say no, gotta go.
I mean, y'all say he's a thoughtful father. Some of y'all saying he doing too much. I don't know, but since she blocked him and he ain't got no other way to get the message out, what y'all think?
Wow. Wow. Now let me ask you this before we go. Fantasia responded, and let me put this back up here. Well, let me put this back up here again. Where her caption, she responded publicly and she said, this has gotten out of hand. What is your response exactly to her statement?
My thing is, yes, it has gotten out of hand and guess what? I received the email from your attorney, cease and desist. I will not.
Oh, no, not Fantasia that sent a cease and desist, y'all.
I spoke with my attorney and he says, if you're speaking your truth, you are allowed to. And one thing I want to say to her is, whether you badger me or not, the world will see the proof in the pudding. If I fight this battle and don't win, I will in the end.
We don't know everything that
Well, he's saying he gonna keep fighting. He said bump that cease and desist. He don't care about that. And he said he telling the truth. Okay, hold on. Let me see what else we got in here. Okay, so he said that. He said that about the lawsuit. Okay, he said Joseph expressed concerns for Fantasia's finances, alluding to an incident where a financial person investigating Kendall was fired. He also mentioned Fantasia marrying Kendall just 3 weeks after meeting him, signing a prenup. She then divorced Kendall and then got back together with him and dropped the prenup, making him head of the business. So he is speculating that perhaps Kendall got control of the money. Hold on, we're gonna listen. Shout out to Gerald. Y'all go over there and follow the baddest blogger.
She said, how can someone steal if Fantasia Taylor is the CEO and my king Kendall Taylor is the president of all companies? And the reason why I asked you that is because we do remember when in your video, you talked about this financial person who had confronted Kendall about missing money and there was no paper trail about it and she was fired. So how do you respond to her saying, how can someone steal if I'm the CEO and my husband is the president?
Now, I don't know, y'all. And I hate to say this because I feel like Fantasia deserves the world. We all deserve the world. Black women, we deserve the world. We deserve the man that loves us, that kisses our feet, all of the above. But putting a man in charge of your money and your business, that's the worst decision ever. It never ends up well. Black, white, Puerto Rican. Putting a man over your money, ladies, it does not end up well.
Well, the thing is that when the lady was investigating him, he had no answer. And the next thing you know, she was fired. So what does that tell you? Then went the other thing, and like I said, I didn't really want to go there, but she's making me go there. When you, Fantasia herself, come to me, you married a man 3 weeks later that you just met.
Now, let me say, there's a lot of people saying that's her husband. That's her husband. You're right. That's her husband. And I believe that married people should, bond and commit and all of that. But at the end of the day, if none of this was built while they were married, I don't think that he should be in control of her funds. I mean, I don't. That's just my personal opinion. Like, if they built it together, that is one thing. If they both came into the marriage on equal footing, okay, that's one thing. But if she had everything and he had nothing and he was just getting out of jail, no, I don't care if it's her husband or not. Like, no, I don't believe that he should have control over her funds.
You tell me you did a prenup and he divorced you.
Wow.
Grandparents died, grandmama died. Then you go back, you feel you need him. You drop the prenup and you make him over your business. Is that the only thing that made him stay? Come back.
Oh,
you got to ask yourself the question.
Oh,
ain't nobody dumb here.
Yeah. Wow. Mr. Joseph.
So y'all go watch the full video over on The Baddest Blogger. The video is titled Fantasia's Dad Responds. It's about 35 minutes long. I appreciate The Baddest Blogger, Gerald, over there at the NC Beat, honey, because he has been getting all of tea. He was the first person who broke that Fantasia's father had even said anything. So, it is what it is. Yes, you're right. It's my opinion. This is all my opinion. This is my channel. Everything I say is my opinion. What is you talking about? You said according to Google, her net worth is only 500,000. Not only 500,000. Then Google said that his net worth is 3 million. So is his net worth her net worth? And now another thing, y'all know I'm a blogger. Y'all know I go into the archives and I just be looking up stuff. So I was trying to look up because I remember a lot of stuff that was going on with Fantasia back in the day. Oh gosh, and this. When the daddy had mentioned when we brought up Kendall's past and about him assaulting women, like it just rung a bell. And not to say that he's ever did anything to Fantasia, but there was some instances with Fantasia that we as Fantasia fans, even over here on Straight from the A, Fantasia back after she got married. Hold on, what was this? Hold on. She had suffered an accident, and she even put it on social media, and we all were looking at it. Hold on. Wait a minute, I need to find the first one. Where is the first one? Okay, here it is right here. Fantasia Barrino was hospitalized after suffering second-degree burns, and she had to cancel a bunch of her shows. And this was when she first got with him, and we was like, well, what happened? Okay, hold on, I'm gonna show you, because we go through the archives and we go through history. Hold on, let me show you. Hold on. Share. This happened in 2017. Okay. Fantasia was injured and hospitalized after a bizarre accident. While specific details were unknown initially, The Grammy Award-winning singer suffered second-degree burns and was recovering from her injuries. Now, she actually posted on her page that she was counseling a concert back then. Okay, it was in Memphis, Tennessee. It said, due to unexpected health issues, Fantasia will not be able to perform in Memphis. Fantasia lives and breathes to sing and perform and hates disappointing her fans. And so they said after receiving a bit of backlash for the vague notice, the 32-year-old singer her husband hit social media with an explanation. You said they got together in 2015. They did. They was together right here. Okay, they was together because the husband explained, okay, that she had second-degree burns. Okay, and Taylor posted the photo above of his wife's bandaged arm and asked for prayers as he announced Fantasia's show in Memphis would have to be postponed due to her accident. Now, he also said, speaking on behalf of my wife, she walks as a powerful force in the earth. Impact. So it wasn't the first look, y'all said that Fantasia posted her daddy's mugshot might have been him. He clearly has control over Fantasia's account because back then he posted speaking on behalf of my wife, okay, and posted a whole thing saying no weapons formed against me shall prosper. And he was saying, I love her determination and sheer willpower to not accept defeat on any level. She complains little but sacrifices much. But there are times when our Father intentionally slows us down to reflect and hear from him. My wife experienced an accident today causing second-degree burns on her arm. She's steady asking the doc, can I perform tonight? But we must be wise and realize this isn't a race, but rather a marathon. So Memphis, our team is already working to create a means that she can redeem this time with you. She has something truly special planned. So there's that. And then they posted all these pictures, child, in the hospital. On a related note, just one day before Fantasia's injuries were announced, her husband, Kendall, was also in the hospital the day before for undisclosed ailment. Fantasia posted the photo below as she rushed to his side after her Atlanta concert. So how was he in the hospital one night and then she was in the hospital the next night? I'm just so confused. And so everybody was questioning, like, what's going on? Why? Okay. And so people was all in her chat asking, what's going on? Why? And so look, here he go on her Instagram. So you keep attacking her. We are both God's kids that stay prayed up. When we walk up out this hospital, we are ready to fight again, babe. Rest, believe it. King and Queen Taylor, straight off the stage into being a good wife. Weapons may form, but do not prosper. I speak life and healing. So all of this was happening. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't tell y'all that later it came out. Hold on. This is what she said actually happened. This is what she claimed. Now, y'all tell me. I don't know. I'm just a blogger. I just blog and I just tell y'all what I be reading. So this right here is what she claims happened. Okay. And this is on Straight from the A as well, child. More details about Fantasia's bizarre accident have been revealed. Now, you saw the initial accident where he was in the hospital the day before and then she was in the hospital the day after. And here is she also said that on TMZ, she has sent to TMZ that she suffered second-degree burns, and here is why. She was dozing on the tour bus Sunday with an aromatherapy vaporizer nearby. She used it to soothe her vocal cords. We're told she thinks she rolled over onto the machine's cord, which caused hot water to spill out on her right forearm. Sources say Fantasia was alone on the bus when the accident occurred. Everyone else was inside the Memphis venue getting ready for the show. We're told the burns were bad, but docs removed the damaged skin and expect her to heal fully without surgery or scarring. Okay. I even wrote then, this story sounds way too bizarre, but I guess stranger things have happened. And they deleted the Instagram post that they had posted, but they had posted her in the hospital and stuff. So y'all saying check the insurance policy. I was just going back in time just to show y'all that he did have access to her Instagram. So Kendall may have actually posted the daddy's picture. Now, is the daddy wrong for speaking out? I don't know. I think so, maybe. But he claims that Fantasia blocked him a long time ago and he ain't got no way to get in contact with her. He claims that people have approached him that used to work for them who were actually investigating Kendall and they got fired after they called it out. He claimed a lot of things. And now you saying the father needs to stop embarrassing his daughter, but maybe maybe he cared for his daughter and he don't want to say everything that he know about. I'm just saying, maybe he's scared for his daughter's safety and feel like saying it in public might stop somebody from doing something crazy. I'm just saying, if something crazy happened, now we know where to look. I'm just listen. I'm just a blogger. I don't know nothing. I hope everything is well, but clearly everything is not well if all of this is coming out. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that two things can be true at the same time. That he's wrong for coming forward and he might be telling the truth. Okay, I believe that there. Look, I'm just saying, it's not like he lying. I don't know. Is he lying about the criminal past? Absolutely not. We didn't seen the criminal past. Is he lying about them getting married in 3 weeks and her having a prenup and then divorcing Kendall and getting back together and not having a prenup the second time? I mean, some of these things are questions that may need to be answered. And so if she has a team outside of Kendall, maybe they need to start paying a little bit more attention. What y'all saying in this chat? You said Mama Joyce never did Candy like that. Mama Joyce did worse, child. Mama Joyce did it on a whole reality show. Called that man mama a prostitute and everything. You said, plus they wanted him to sign an NDA. He ain't lying. The father said, F that NDA. And the father said, cease and desist this. Okay. But there's that. Okay. What else y'all saying? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all believe Fantasia's daddy. Put a 6 in the chat if you feel like he should just shut up. And put a 8 in the chat if you feel like Fantasia needs to watch her back. Let me know. 1, 6, or 8. Let me see. They say they believe him. Okay. They say they believe him. Allegedly. They say they believe him. Oh, they saying Fantasia need to watch her back, child. Somebody said he need to shut up. He said bump that cease and desist. Okay. Well, we're gonna send positive energy to Fantasia. Fantasia is a very sweet woman. Okay, I like Fantasia. She's very, very sweet, and I'm wishing her nothing but the best. Okay. So moving on. Like this video, please and thank you. Like this video.